What's up everybody, it is I, Hero Angel, and welcome to the second episode of my Go Battle League series. Today, we're gonna talk about something that is very important, the lifeblood of PvP. But if you haven't watched the previous episodes, or maybe if you're on the wrong episode and you're looking for a different episode, check out the playlist right there. Ladies and gentlemen, try your very best to keep your shorts dry, alright? Because this is PV Poke. Guys, you need to show some respect to this website right here. It is the best PvP resource. That's it. The best PvP resource, hands down, better than anything ever. Do you have a question about PvP? This is the answer, alright? This right here is the answer. So let me walk you through this beautiful, gorgeous website, baby steps, and I put the link to this website in the pinned comment down below. Click it and then just follow along. Jumping off from the first episode, I gave you some homework, right? Did you check out some PvP channels? Did you check out? Okay, yeah. Don't you wonder how people know which Pokemon are good for Great League? Which Pokemon are gonna be good for Ultra League when that pops off? Which Pokemon are the best for Master League? Don't you wonder how did people know that Altaria is pretty good? How did people know that Registeel is good for Great League? What's the answer? PV Poke, guys. PV Poke will give you the answer. Hit rankings, alright? Rankings, and you will see that there is a ranking list right here of the best Pokemon for currently, I'm in the Great League, right? But you can change this. You can make this Ultra League. You can make this, it's taken long because I have trash internet. You can make this Master League, and this will guide you in which Pokemon to use for the leagues, alright? I would say just take a look at maybe like, let's say top 50, I guess. Just eyeball it, bird's eye view type of thing. Just, you know, okay, interesting to know. Question, should I build all of these Pokemon? 50 Pokemon per league? That's a lot of dust, dude. I don't think I can chill. No, don't build anything right now. Do not build a single thing. Wait for the next episode and then we will talk about what to build, right? But I don't want you wasting your dust right now. Do not build a single thing. Let's focus on the basics. Now, something that I saw from lower tier Go Battle League opponents is that they had problems with moveset. Okay, and that is massive, guys. That is a big problem. You have to get your movesets right. I actually battled someone with an Altaria that had Peck. So how do you know which is the best moveset for the Pokemon that you build? Eventually, in the next episode, alright? But do not build anything right now. You just click it, okay? And then you will see the usage, alright? So as you can see, Dragon Breath, 96.7%, so that is your fast move. And then for the charge move, Sky Attack is at 91.3%, Dragon Pulse 8.1, so you want Dragon Breath, Sky Attack, Dragon Pulse. Okay, that is the moveset for Altaria. You can actually see it right here. Take note though, there are some Pokemon like example Tropius here. As you can see, Razor Leaf 54.8%, Air Slash 45.1% that have some use with alternate movesets. Alright, there's actually some advantages, disadvantages with alternate movesets, and sometimes you're gonna want to have the other one, the one with the lower usage, because it fits your team better. Alright? Just know that for now. Don't freak out that, oh my god, do I have to build like 2 Tropius now? 1 Air Slash, 1 Razor Leaf? Don't freak out. Chill. Now, this is some pretty good information right now, but you want to dig in, right? So hit this button right here, versus all Pokemon, okay? So right here, you're gonna see the win rate, and that is good for something, but don't dwell on it too much. Don't just pick your Pokemon based off the win rate. That's a bad idea. Now, this down here is pretty important. You can see the counters to Altaria. You can see which matches you actually beat with Altaria just by looking at these numbers on the side. If you see a number that is less than 500, it is a loss for Altaria. If you see a number that is more than 500, Altaria beats these Pokemon. Now, the distance of these numbers to 500 speaks on how hard it loses or wins against Altaria. Example, Alolan Ninetales here with 102, okay? You know that it wins against Altaria and it beats it very hard. And so this is a really good way to see what wins, what loses against Altaria. You don't really have to study every single match here. Just eyeballing, bird's eye view type situation. Nothing specific here. Just have, you know, an idea. Just playing around PV Poke and just flicking around, just getting a bird's eye view is gonna give you a good idea, a good sense of what these Pokemon are actually used for. Example, Altaria, right? It's a very, very good anti-grass Pokemon, but it loses very hard to fairy types, to steel types, to ice types. So you have like this, you know, sense of how the meta is, and it's deeper compared to just knowing the typings and stuff. You actually know the specifics, well, a little bit more specific compared to typings. But now we're done with the generalities. Just play around with the rankings, you'll get a feel for the meta. But now let's get into some specifics. Hit battle. So it's gonna take you to this page and it's pretty empty, okay? But type in some Pokemon names. Registeel versus Azumarill. Let's just say, okay, that's the number 2 and the number 3 Pokemon via rankings, okay? Ooh, okay, alright, it's pretty close. That's very nice to know. Now, just some basics here. You can actually change how many shields here. You can, you know, 2 shield, you can 0 shield if you like. You can actually take out a charge move so that it just throws straight Hydro Pump. You can test that out. You can change the IVs up here with the advanced stats / IVs. You can actually maximize for overall, which is, you know, again, more defense, more stamina, like in the first episode, right? So yeah, this is the rank 1 Registeel. For Azumarill, yeah, 8, 15, 15, that's the rank 1. Or you can try attack weighted. You can try that. Yeah, you can play around with this. You can actually run your own IVs. You plug in your IVs, play around with the level. Just make sure that the CP isn't over 1,500 and run. You have a lot to play with. Like, the variables are all here. Just some important stuff that you have to pay attention to. One, how hard does this Pokemon counter this Pokemon, right? So this Bastiodon versus Altaria is a super hard counter matchup. As you can see, I took out the shields, I took out the charge moves, and as you can see, Bastiodon will still beat Altaria. Just farming it down, throwing rocks at its face, okay? So that's a very, very hard counter. Now, why would you want to know something like this? This is impractical. Just throw the charge move, kill it faster. The thing is, you come out with 100 energy, right? It shows you how much energy you come out with. So the next Pokemon is gonna take those charge moves, okay? So you know that if you're battling an Altaria with your Bastiodon, you can just smack it down, and then throw the charge moves at the next Pokemon, which is gonna be huge. Now, there's definitely degrees to how hard certain things counter other things, right? Like example, Sableye here. If you block once, you can actually farm down Medicham, alright? But the thing is, if you don't block, you're not gonna make it out. It's not the same as Bastiodon Altaria, so yeah, you kind of like want to check how much can you gain before moving on to the next Pokemon, right? Because if, let's say, you were able to get the 1 shield and then just farm down, the next Pokemon is gonna take a lot of damage because you have 100 energy. You're just gonna throw and throw and throw and throw, and it's gonna be a very good situation for you. Now, the second important thing that you have to check for is for softer counters. Like example, Dusclops and Steelix, right? So Steelix beats Dusclops. This is the important thing that you have to check, right? You have to check how close is it to getting to the killing blow, right? So this Fire Punch is gonna kill this Steelix, but how close am I to getting it? Okay, you can actually just wiggle here, right? We like play around with this and it'll show you like how big the energy gain is, as you can see right visually over here. Okay, you're actually like, let's say maybe like 2 more hexes to a Fire Punch. So let's say the situation is you had your Dusclops out, you got like 4 fast attacks, and your opponent decided to switch to Steelix. Do you need to switch out? No. You can actually just straight throw Fire Punch and kill this thing, and that's fantastic, okay? Especially if you don't have a Steelix counter in the back. This is also very, very important for the next episode, so remember this, okay? If I say this in the next episode, I hope you remember this, a soft counter thing, okay? Remember it. Now, the last thing that I want to emphasize to you is look for exit points, right? What does that mean? Alright, so as you can see, this does a ton of damage. So you want to kind of hop out before this hits you, or like just as it's about to throw, so that you can catch it with a different thing, right? Something that resists ice, okay? So if you hover your mouse, you're gonna see how much energy it costs to throw Ice Beam, alright? So it says 55. And then if you hover your mouse over one of these squares, you're gonna see 11 energy. So how many bubbles does it take to an ice beam? 5, right? So 11, okay, up to 5, okay? So what you want to do is, you want to block this first thing, okay? Get up to 4, swap out. Because your opponent is gonna be tapping that furiously, probably, hopefully. And maybe you can catch the charge move with another Pokemon. And so it wasted that energy, and sometimes that's enough to change the match, right? But we will talk about this more in episode 4. With these simulations, you understand how to play certain matchups. Oh, I don't have to throw a single thing, okay? I can hard counter this Pokemon with this Pokemon. You know how hard things counter other things. Other times, you have to block a certain charge move. You have to land another charge move to get the win. You can plan the best time to hop out and try to catch that energy with a Pokemon that will resist it. Now, some of you might feel like this is a lot. Do I have to know every single matchup, every single hop out point? Absolutely not. Chillax, relax, okay? You're stressing yourself out. Maybe just the common Pokemon, Azumarill, Altaria, like, I don't know, it's too fast to count. Don't even bother, like, whatever. I don't even know the counts for Altaria, alright? Chill. Last thing before we leave, just some homework. Hit train. This is just a nice way for you to practice. You can hit Go Battle League here and it'll give you like random teams. You just add your Pokemon, let's say Azumarill, okay, something like that, Altaria. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Altaria. It would be nice to have a practice button for Go Battle League, right? You hit practice, you get matched up with someone, and then you just play, and it doesn't affect your rank, it doesn't affect your standing for the day, right? I wish they would add that, but the thing is, I guess it would make the game laggy. And then you just hit battle and then you practice. Also, check out the pinned comment down below. Watch more PvP. You're gonna learn a lot. But that's gonna be it for episode 2. We are done with another one. Alright, episode 3 coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you want to support the channel, check out my Patreon right there. And yeah, big shouts out to all of these freaking amazing people. Without you, I don't even know what I would do. But again, if you clicked on my Patreon and you were like, what is PvP coaching? I'm just getting started, I'm a beginner. Okay, I don't think I need a coach yet. It's all good. I understand. Maybe you want to check out my merch store, which is basically for edgelords. All right, so if you're if you're an edgelord, check out my merch store. Subscribe if you haven't yet, ding that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys!